Lord, y'all, I got everything but the right thing going on. I hope I sent the link right. Nyla, every time. Every time. I swear you. Nyla! You just be trying to get in on the action. Hey, guys. I sent Jonah the link. I hope I did it right. Hey, Jeannie. Hey, Sugar. Hey, Robin. Hey, y'all. Look, I ain't got no nails on. I'm looking quite ratchet right now. Jonah is supposed to be going live with me. I sent her the link in a text. I hope I did it right. I can't remember how I did it last week with Mercy. Y'all know my mind don't be working right. And your girl, I ain't sure what I'm doing. I know what I'm putting on my right hand, just for the time being. So we'll mess with that till she gets here. Let me see. Let me see. I hope it was right. I sent it in her text message. Is that? I think that's how I'm supposed to do it. Oh, it is Dougie. She been an ornery little critter. I'm just popping these on my right hand and doing them later. I'm doing my left hand for the live. But of course, I had a crazy kerfuffle today, you guys. I go outside. Okay, so this morning, I go and get my prescription this morning. Car was just fine. Go back out to go to the store to get the kids something to eat, and the dirt burn thing wouldn't start. So they got that fixed. They out there working on it now. Let me see you guys real quick if Jonah maybe sent me a text message or something. Well, I'm sure she'll pop on here. How's everybody's Sunday going? Yes, Jeannie, happy Sunday. Love Sundays. Did y'all listen to that song that I posted? That song is good. Even if you don't like country music. I know, like I don't. This stupid car. If I had another car, I'd run that sucker over in the river. I'm like, no, what the world? It was just fine 2 hours ago, and I come back out to go to the store to get something for the kids, and nothing. He said he thinks my battery's going dead, and they're changing the mass flow air sensor right now. Whatever the world that is, all I know is it cost me $82. The daggone thing. But let's get rid of the bad news. I got great news. So my old man said not to worry about my Zulite box because he's getting it for me. So yay me. And my son popped in and he said, Mom, don't worry about that VR for Donovan. I'm gonna get it. So yay. Everything worked out oh, there she comes. Hey, Portia girl. Hey,
I'm
Jonah.
Jordan. Sorry I came in late. I was trying to get situated.
Girl, I'm still not situated, so it's all right.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm like, I have to join now because then I'm just gonna be later and later. So let's just like not do that.
I So the nails that I've been wearing on my right hand were it was time for them to go. They was dead. And I have an idea in my head what I want to do with these, but I'm not going to do them. I'm just going to pop them on, and then I'll go back and worry about them later so I can do my nails on my left hand for the live.
Hi,
My day.
Portia. Hi, Sugar Clips. Sorry, I didn't say hi. I didn't want to be rude to you, Donna.
Oh, that's all right. I call her Sugar Babe. Hey, Marcy.
I don't know if you remember that show with Rob and Big. Remember Rob Deerdeck had a show?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he Big had a girlfriend he called Sugarfoot.
Yeah, I do remember that.
When I see sugar clips, I automatically think Sugarfoot. No, it is not meaning being like trying to be disrespectful or nothing. I forgot to pop these off.
It's just when the word sugar pops up, that's like I think of Sugar Babe every time I see your name.
Right. Okay, let me get my practice hand because I can't pop these off and I don't want to sit here and make you wait. So
I
let me
know I
get,
couldn't get mine to pop off either. That's why I'm all behind and crazy. I put them on too good.
I'll just go ahead and grab this. My practice hand. I've done a set on her already, but
So, Jonna, you heard the song the other night, that Hey Girl song?
uh-huh.
I posted that today for the word for the day. That song, boy, to get you stirred up. I
Yes.
love all her songs. She's got one like where she's like battling the devil. Yeah, I think it's called Devil.
Huh. I'll
She's got a
definitely have to click on her and listen to a few.
she's got some nice music.
I'm sorry if
Marcy,
you
I
can hear
seen
my
your
washer.
what was that? What is it called? Instagram. Your Instagram post at church today. Love it.
I'm sorry. I'm being so noisy. I'm trying to find some tips to slide into the hand.
Oh, shoot, as soon as my kids come back in here, you're gonna hear noise.
You'll hear noise when mine get here too, if we're still live.
Well, it's just the two little ones. The 16-year-old. So the older boy's brother, but they just all are one big bunch. But he's not technically related to my younger two by my husband. But that's everybody's brother. He's having his 18th birthday party. So my 16-year-old went over there, and I just got the grandson and the 10-year-old. But Lord, they sound like 5 or 6 people.
Hi, Miss Jeannie. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Juicy Juicy. My Juicy Juicy.
Portia, that set you did today, girl. Oh my goodness.
I know the
Eh,
brown one.
no, it was like a pastel Valentine's set.
Oh, I just watched the brown one and I commented because I'm like, I've been wanting, if you only knew, I've been telling the girls, I'm like, I don't know what it is with me and brown, but I don't own any brown, but I've been wanting to do brown. Brown is just speaking to me
That
right now.
that brown set she did was fire. Like everything she does is fire. But today she did this pastel and glitter Valentine's Day set, and it was freaking gorgeous.
I like her sets. They do come out very beautiful.
Yeah, Portia gives me a lot of recreation ideas. I love recreating her sets. Nothing. I've never seen her make anything that wasn't gorgeous.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, I didn't realize these actually came sized out. I just went in and grabbed a whole bunch.
What
Oops.
are they? Are they actually for the hand?
No, they're the ones I actually found a little bit of stuff that my kids didn't throw away when we was reorganizing. They threw away. Oh, it was
They threw away
disappointing.
your nail stuff?
Yes, I got this. Look, I got this bag that I ordered from Acrylicure. It came in a bag like this. This is the actual bag,
Mm-hmm.
and it came stuffed to the brim with stuff, and it had like one of those furry mats and everything, and just a bunch of stuff. Half of it got thrown away along with the furry mat thing. I was
Ooh,
so
girl, I'd have lost my
disappointed.
whole mind.
Ugh, I
Somebody got
was,
to.
yeah. I wanted to, but then I realized, it's just as much my fault for having it on the floor beside my nail desk and not put up.
Now,
So
see what I do
technically,
when my children do stuff like that is I will take something of theirs and hide it and be like, "Oh, I threw that away. You threw away my stuff," because it just teaches them to be more aware of what you're doing. I don't really throw their shit away. I eventually give it to them, but it's like, well, next time pay attention.
see, my thing is, I tell my kids, even if it's stuff they want or they use, I'm like, if it's on the floor and it's cleaning day, it's garbage. There's no saving it. You left it on the floor, it's garbage. It was cleaning day. I left mine on the floor. It went to the garbage.
My mom and dad they'd come through the house with a 30-gallon garbage bag, and if you didn't have your stuff up, that was it.
Yeah, that's me.
And it didn't matter what it was. It could be school shoes, drawers, whatever. Something's missing out this bag. Don't know
Oh,
what here.
Portia said that that brown set she really liked it, and that we should, or she says you should recreate it.
I just might try that. I wanted to recreate that pastel set. Oh my god, it was so pretty. And she had these little pink lip charms on there, and
See, I saved my pastels for Easter, but I definitely I get inspo when like when she done the pastel set. I'm like that I could use those colors and do Easter, like instead of the bunny and the egg and the traditional.
well, she did a couple of ombres, like the tri ombres, and I ain't that brave yet.
Oh yeah, the tri ombres. Yeah, this is my attempt at it last night, but I don't know. I feel like the
The,
glitter didn't ombre to the purple well.
that brown marble. Oh my goodness, that I was just mesmerized. I was stuck watching the screen, and the way she did it with the gel polish made it like marbled so much better than. And then she put it in. Didn't you use what the frick is it called? Oh my
Hi,
lord,
Brittany.
the blooming gel.
Yes. What with polish is so much easier than with acrylic, personally speaking.
Yeah, every time I try to, well, I marbled a few acrylics, but they just seem to muddy together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like with sorry, you hear my dog prancing. Um, with acrylic, that's my problem. I feel like it muddies. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my Mia Secret Golden. Well, no, I don't think I will.
I'm just putting these double XL pink sugar, I think is what they're called. Couture
Cool
tips
pink
on
is
my
what I'm gonna use.
my right hand because what my plan is now that don't mean it's gonna happen, but what my plan is to do white Frenchies over the pink glitter nails. Not today, but when I get around to it, I'm gonna do this hand. I got one last scoop. Why I don't, but I mean it wasn't a bad scoop though. I got these Valentine's Day foils, and
Okay.
so it's either I think I'm gonna do the pink today because there's a gorgeous red and gold one, but there's a couple of really cute pink ones too.
See, I don't think I got like Valentine ones from my scoop. I don't think.
This was the only Valentine's one I had gotten out of the scoops, and because I
Yes,
got one,
Jeannie, tell her it was fire.
what was I got one before Thanksgiving. I got one Black Friday. I got two in December, and then I got two more like sporadically. I was really hoping to get one of them pounds of acrylic because I've gotten to where it seems to be easier for me to use faster setting acrylic, but didn't happen. And finally they're sold out, so yay. I won't be buying any more of them. I'm like, please sell out so I can quit being tempted.
Not the temptation. Don't let it
Ugh.
get to you, Miss Donna.
Every time I'm like, stay off the phone. Oh, thank you, Marcy. I love this pink glittery. They're so pretty. And I was thinking, you know how when somebody does like a white Frenchie or any color Frenchie over top of like encapsulated glitter, just that look it gives. I'm thinking that probably will be how these look.
Huh.
We shall see. Not right now. Because me doing my non-dominant hand or my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand, that's a whole catastrophe. My left hand gets to hopping around, and I'd be like, "Oh man, it'd take me 100 years to get one Frenchie painted on."
I'm sorry if my desk is moving. I'm trying to put things back. I hate pulling it out and not putting it back because I feel like then it doesn't fit correctly. So if you hear me like shuffling around, it's me putting stuff back up.
So these are the Valentines. Hey, Bramble. I'm trying to peek up, but my camera's kind of high, guys. So if I miss you, I don't mean to. So there's this red and black one, but I just did red and black, so I'm not going there today. I'm a pink girl. I love pink. Pink and blue. Nell House's baby blue. Oh my gosh, that is like my favorite polish in my whole collection. They got great gel polish. So either this one, I don't know if you guys can see it because it's one of them clear backs. Marcy, I thought about you with this one because you got them yellow heart glitters. I think you it was. It's got like these yellow goldy hearts on it. What's upside down? I was like, oh, that would go great with some of Marcy's stuff.
Ugh, sorry. I thought I had my napkins where they're supposed to be, but my kids mess with everything that's mine.
Yep, I know the feeling. That baby blue Porsche, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite gel polish. It is. I'm going to do a baby blue
Ooh.
Valentine's set soon because I want to use that polish.
That foil is nice.
It is. They got some pretty ones in here. There's a couple of cartoony ones, and I don't get into those much. Like this one, it says love all in the background in like silver. There you can see it, and it's got the pink roses. Because I got some different glitters this time that I didn't get last time, but they're pink, black, and white. I don't think it would go with either one of those, honestly. If I can get it open.
Hi, Erica. Hi, Bramble. I'm sorry if I missed anyone.
I love pink, black, and white together. Ah, not stuck to me.
Oh yeah, that they do pop together. So you're more of a pinky and blue girly, and I'm more of a purple. I like pink, but that fuchsia pink.
And see, I love any shade of pink. And royal blue, any shade of blue too. Like royal blue, as I was growing up, where all the other girls like pink, I was royal blue.
See, believe it or not, in my teenage years, I went through a goth stage. That everything I wore, or I even dyed my hair pitch black. It was all black and blue.
Now, when I was growing up, my dad was a truck driver. Well, he was a coal miner for years, and then he was a truck driver after the mines closed down for good, the last layoff. And he would bring me Harley Davidson shirts from everywhere he went. So I pretty
Oh,
much was blue jeans and Harley Davidson t-shirts. But I was the person, I got along with everybody. Like when I moved here, I wasn't a stoner, I wasn't a prep, I wasn't a skater. So the white people would just sit and wait for me to say something. Like, and it was freaked me out because I didn't know what to do with that. They would just sit and stare at me and wait for me to talk. So I didn't mess with hardly any white folks. And then I was this, they thought I was a stoner because of my Harley Davidson shirts and blue jeans, but once they got to know me, I just kind of blended in with everybody.
see, I wonder if I'm that type of person because I'm one of those people that if I walk in a room and you don't say hi to me, I'm not going to be the first one saying hi. I just arrived. Like you're already talking to everybody, you're already comfortable. I expect to be greeted. And if I'm not
Yeah,
greeted, I'm assuming you have a problem with me. So I'm just not going to say hello.
I get somewhere, I walk in a room and I'm loud, hey y'all,
I
and
mean, I
everybody,
say hey to people. I do. Like, I'm like, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Like that. But after that, if no one strikes up a conversation, I'm not doing it. I need to get to know people first.
and my daughter was talking about today. She's the same as me. Like I don't, we just attract people. She's
See,
real hyper, happy go lucky like I am, and same thing. She enters the room, hey y'all, and it's just a big old, party wherever.
See, and I've been told even by my sister-in-law to this day, she told me, she's like, Jana, when I met you, your face, it made me not like you. You have like RBF.
I was gonna say you got the resting bee face.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're welcome to pay for my plastic surgery because, I can't do nothing about my face. I'm hella friendly. Like, I walk by and just not to intimidate people, I smile
I can't.
because I'm aware that my face looks angry.
My tips have vanished. Like I just used them yesterday. Got these Unagella tips from Amazon. They were $10 for XXL. And they have, so you guys know how I put that little bullseye in that nail to put the gel glue in.
Yeah.
They have a little rose inside of them in that exact spot. And they just, I don't know where they went.
Huh.
Again,
I was
same
watching your
thing.
Una Gela ones. But is that how it's called? Una Gela?
That's how I say it. But, my country self might not be saying it right.
I always call them Una Gela. But I mean, like jello, jelly, but that's how it's spelled, like gel, right?
I think it's
Jello.
JLLA. Where did they go? You know what? I told my son to straighten up in here where I film at, so God knows where they went.
Yeah. Kids, God bless them.
Oh,
They tried to help.
and oh, I found them. I found them. I found them. I love them. The
Oh,
packs that they're like memory gel, like they form to fit your nail bed. Cause like when you use regular nail glue, when we put our hands in water, washing dishes, washing your hands, washing your butt, your hair, whatever, it crackles under there, and that's why they pop off. Where'd you go, Jonah?
um, my sister called me. Let me message her. I have uh, okay,
Take your time, darling.
let
Take
me
your
explain, okay? I have two phones only because this one I'm waiting for the give me 1 second.
time.
Hello.
No
Hey
worries.
Sissy.
No worries.
I'm live. I-
These
are you coming
are
over something?
some kind of memory
I'm
gel.
live. I'm
Just
recording.
like a really good link.
You're fine. Do you want to message me? You can message me and I can answer you.
I
Okay,
just
I
have
love
a
you,
square
Sissy.
hand and a coffin,
All right,
but that's
later.
all right. Yeah,
I'm
so
so sorry.
they're memory gel, and whatever that means. Like they're supposed to be some kind of like once you put them on, they're supposed to kind of like form to your nail bed or whatever. And they're pre-etched, and I don't know if you can see. You see the little rose? Can you see the little rose in there? You put something black behind it. Maybe that'll help.
Yes, Miss Jeannie. That's how I feel. I don't like to show up anywhere uninvited, so I don't feel unwelcome. But even when I'm invited and there's new people around, they stare at me like I'm something odd or something. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
I guess. Well, I don't go anywhere uninvited. I would feel some kind of 12 shades of nervous doing that. Like I don't have an enemy. Very rarely. If there's somebody I don't get along with, generally there's a really good reason why we don't get along. Because I am a very forgiving person. I'm a very lighthearted person. Like, whatever floats your boat, good for you. And if it don't affect my world, I don't give a flying fig. And so I generally, well, also lived where I live for almost 30 years. So pretty much everybody and their grandma knows me. So that helps.
Yeah. I feel like I'm the same way. Like if you don't like me, fine. Don't like I won't engage. But
Right. Till
I'm not
don't.
yeah, I don't know. Some
Yeah,
people
okay.
don't let you know until they kind of just rawr out on you.
Yeah. No, well, I forget who I was telling. One of you girls. Um, the old me, the BC Donna, before Christ. I was wild as all outdoors. I probably fought on every corner from one end of the where I lived to the other, out in the streets. Just I'm so amazed that God uses me, but He always uses people that He said He'll use the foolish to confound the wise. So a lot of people don't know me now that I've changed. They know, BC Donna from 20 years ago. And it's like, oh, that broad's off the hook. No, I am off the hook, but not that kind of off the hook anymore. I'm a good off the hook now.
You're off the hook, like you off the hook with like chill, down to earth, you vibing.
Yeah. Like I was never much of a drinker because I have a very sick stomach. As soon as I get dizzy, I'm getting sick. So drinking was not me. I was always the smoker, and I drove everybody home after the party, so they all got
Oh,
there safe. And even that, I don't even do that anymore. I'm once Christ got a hold of me and decided I was going to work for Him, like I have when I was very upset, but it's not my daily routine anymore.
right.
I wouldn't
Donna,
get nothing done,
Portia
girl. I would get
asked you.
nothing done.
Sorry, Portia asked you. It says,
Hmm.
Donna, is it snowing over there? It's starting to snow
Yes,
again
girl.
here. I'm over it.
Yes, honey. It's been, but I think the ground's warm to where it's not sticking. Yeah, me and Portia aren't very far apart, guys. We're like 25 minutes, 30 minutes tops apart. And but you're closer to that lake effect, aren't you, Portia?
Oh, the lake.
Yeah, we live by yeah, the AC, Donna. Got that right. We live by Lake Erie. And it's been snowing all day. in the county I live in, but the ground's too warm for it to accumulate. So it's just hitting the ground and melting. I see my car moving. They got it. My old man and his buddy from work, they jumped it earlier. I don't know. I went out there and the darn thing just wouldn't start. And I'm like, ah. So my son came and took me to the store to get the boys something to eat. And he was changing the mass flow air sensor. Well, I see he just backed it into the parking spot out the window.
Oh, okay. He
Yep. I'm so
got you
excited.
some handyman.
Yeah, well, he got out there. It's been like sub-zero here. Like last week, it was like every day of the week was freezing, flipping cold. And he got out there and changed the ball joint on one of the tires.
The ball joint?
Yeah, on the front passenger tire, right, Portia. Hopefully, these little couple days that we had in the 40s will keep anything from sticking. Cause I'm tired of this dead burn snow myself. We had enough for 1 year. That's enough.
We ain't had none down this way.
Well, was it last week? The top of last week? It was no, not like was it last weekend or the weekend before? One of the two. I ain't for sure. It snowed and snowed and snowed and snowed. We had all kinds of warnings and oh, I ain't never gonna get that nail off, y'all. I didn't put my rubber base on. I didn't put pop off method on. I didn't do nothing. I just started gluing them on. Let me do this real quick. In Northeast Ohio, like you could tell, I swear, y'all, the Lord's coming back soon. I swear he is. You can't convince me otherwise. Because Northeast Ohio used to get just snow from the beginning of winter to the end of winter. We've had a couple of days where it's been 50 degrees. It'll snow 1 week and the next week it's springtime.
Yeah, over here, I think was it yesterday that I was like really surprised with the weather because it's been really cold and really rainy. And then it felt like springtime that you could walk outside in a halter top. I was
Now,
like,
you're in North or South Carolina?
north.
Is that where OBX is? Is that North or South?
I don't know.
Outer Banks, it's a beach.
I've never been to the beach. I know there are beaches around here. Or like I think there are because I googled them. I know in South Carolina is where Myrtle Beach is.
Okay, I'll have to ask. The woman I clean for, she's an OBX fanatic, and she goes a couple of times a year and brings me back these little crab magnets and stuff from our refrigerator.
See, I've never been to the beach, and if there's one in North Carolina, I don't know about it.
Girl, me neither, and Lake Erie don't count. I mean, it looks like an ocean, but it's just a lake.
I know we have a Lake Jordan near us, but it's a few hours drive. But then again, so is Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is like 4 hours drive from where I live.
Woo,
That's
six
still a
hours
long
to my
drive.
mama's house. That's a trip.
Yes, it's 4.5 from my house to my mama's.
My sister-in-law, God rest her soul, she lived in Cincinnati, and it was like 3 hours to get to her because that's kind of that south, further south and off to the side. I'm trying to think west, off to the west side of Ohio, and then I have family down there, like
Hi,
right in
Tabitha.
southern Ohio. But
Did I
then
say
if once
Alicia?
I
Sorry,
have,
Jeannie.
I
I'm
have
so
to switch
sorry.
around. I have to stretch my neck to see my phone. Um, you cross the border over into West Virginia, and it's another 2.5 hours to my mom's house. She lives in southern, like you cross, you get in the car. One day she's like, "Get in the car. We're going to your daddy's heart doctor appointment." I get in. She says it's in Kentucky, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get back here and take a nap. 30 minutes. She's like, "We here." I'm like, "What you mean we here? We just left." So she's like right on the border.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say she's flying like a bat out of hell.
Shoot, no, my mama's. Well, how old is she now? 72. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't
My
going no.
grandma, God rest her soul, she drove. I remember she was so sleepy one time. I hadn't been pregnant with my second daughter because I only had one, and my sister was pregnant at the same time. So I'm thinking it was my second child. Point is, my grandma was driving down from where my mom lives because they live, together up there.
Mm-hmm.
And she was driving me home and taking my sister to a doctor's appointment,
Mhm.
and I could tell she was sleepy, and I seen her drifting, so I kept trying to talk to her and keep her awake. And the at the moment that I kind of drifted, she fell asleep, and we hopped over 3 lanes and went like I felt the car moving, so it snapped me awake, and I
Right.
pushed the steering wheel. We hit the side bear and like scraped her whole like passenger
Oh,
side. I'm like, Nene, please let somebody else drive. Please. If you don't want me to drive, I have 2 other sisters in the car. Let one of them drive.
right. See, I'm a paranoid passenger. I'm okay if I'm driving, but if somebody else is driving, I'm over there hitting my imaginary brake and hitting the ceiling and freaking out like I just can't take it. And my son was in Rainbow Babies. He had his lung collapsed when he was 10. He had asthma, and Rainbow Babies is in Cleveland, and it's probably 30 minutes from where we live. And we had a little rodeo Isuzu, and Sean was driving. He's 24. My son's 24 now, but girl, them 4 lanes of traffic and them fools flying in, and I'm like, pull over. The next time this bitch stops, I'm gonna get out. I'm like, pull over, let me. I can't do it. I'm gonna have a heart attack,
Oh,
and
you
especially on the
sound like
highway.
me. My daughter, she just turned 18, so she's got her learner's permit, and we're going to get her license. And she took me on 40, Interstate 40, for the first time I let her drive.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Like I
And
was
her
just
first time
like,
driving.
I'm like, if I don't look at the road, I won't be as scared. But please, please, at the next exit, get off. We will take the back roads. I don't care that it wastes gas. I don't care that it's longer. It is safer.
Girl, when I was teaching my boys how to drive, we went to the cemetery. Y'all can't kill nothing out here. Everything's already dead. We gonna go out here and teach you how to drive. I'll lose my whole marbles. Every single one of them. We have this cemetery down here that's got all these little roads. It's pretty good size. And I told them whenever you come to like you're going to turn left or turn right, pretend there's a stop sign there. Come to a complete stop before I taught them to drive in the cemetery. My dad did me that way. He said you can't kill nothing there. Everything's already dead.
That's right.
Yeah, Portia and I. Hold on, let me scroll back up. Eileen said they do the same thing. My husband, he hates it because I'm like, okay, I see brake lights. Why aren't you slowing down?
That's me. I'm like, if you see the lights turn bright and you see red, you need to press your brakes. Don't wait. Like,
Portia, my husband says the same thing. He'd be like, it ain't no brake over there. I'm like, man, if you don't shut the f up and let me up out this car, we're gonna be scrapping down the street. Especially we had the '78 Broham New Yorker. That thing was a tank. And I'm like, would you please put a car's distance between you and the car in front of us? If they slam on the brakes, this big steel beast is going to be in their back seat.
yeah, I'm definitely a backseat driver when it comes to other people. Like, I think it's my sister's fault if I'm honest, because the one that just called me too, not my other 2 sisters, I never really rode with them driving, but the one that just called me, her name's Alicia. Oh man, I don't like how she drives. She drives on those little things in the center, and you can hear boom, 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 boom. And it's like, oh my
She
God,
ain't on the lane.
we're gonna sideswipe somebody. Can you please get in your lane?
Girl, I'm like that going 35 through town. Like brake lights in front of me. If I'm driving and I have control, which he's like, you got control issues. Or this big hunk is still going 60 miles an hour. I sure do. Mm-mm.
Are you
About
a
to kill
big
me.
are you a big vehicle type of girl? Like you like the big Lincoln Town cars and
Yeah, that's what I drive as
SUVs?
I have a Lincoln Town car. He has an Escalade. We have another Cadillac in the back that the wiring went crazy on it. That it's an 82 that has to get some electrical work done on it. And the Broham, the 78 Broham New Yorker was like you could sleep in the back seat comfortably.
Oh, see,
It was like
I've owned a Suburban. I love the '97 Suburban, like the length, everything. Like, I love big vehicles. But my truck, the one I've been working on, is a '97 Ford Ranger XLT.
oh, okay. Well, see, we always had a gang of kids. I had my four boys. My daughter, she lived with my mom and daddy most of her life. But then I got custody of his son when Justin was 12 or 13, something like that. And then we had Justin, Dakota, and DJ. Then I had Michi, and then I had Donovan. And then as all his other six kids outside of our house turned into teenagers, we ended up with them. At some point, one or two extra kids was always living with us. So I always had to
Oh,
have a big vehicle to put everybody in it. So
yeah.
I told
I
my
don't
son,
know. Like thinking of it, I don't know why my parents never owned a big vehicle. Like they had 5 kids. Like why somebody was always being left behind.
see, my family left here when I was 17, and that's when Mama Sylvie took over. She's not like in the courts my foster mom, but she was my mama longer than my mama was my mama. So that's my family, and I've always been really good at taking care of myself. I've never made a car payment. Every car I ever bought, I paid $3,000-4,000 for it and rode it for 6-7 years till the wheels fell off. Y'all get up out of here. You know better. And so I told my son, I found this Lincoln. It was like a 2005 Lincoln Town Car. Had one owner, this little old dude that was a professor at the college. It had been serviced to the T, and he only wanted $3,000 for it. I'm like, Dakota, that car will run another 10 years. Well, nothing to him. He goes to this place that's like a JD Byrider type joint and gets this car that every winter the thing breaks down. It drives me nuts. It's a push button start. I'm like, see, if you'd bought that Lincoln, my backyard mechanic could have worked on it and you wouldn't be having these problems.
Uh-huh.
I said I didn't want to drive a minivan or a station wagon in my 20s, but that's what if it was had a good motor and the engine and the transmission and everything was cool in it, I ain't care if it was a red wagon with wheels as long as it wasn't going to break down in 3 months.
See, that's what I'm grateful for my kids. Like my kids, I was in a wreck September 4th of 2019. A semi truck hit me. Um, I was at a red light and I had my truck in neutral, and I barely put it in first because the light turned green. And if you know anything, like if you're a smart shift driver, you know to put your car in neutral when you're at a stoplight as to not wear out your clutch.
Right.
So I was in neutral. The light turned green. I put it in first, and the semi didn't stop. Like he just seen the light turn green and just plowed into me.
Oh my goodness.
And it was awful.
See, I
And
don't know if I'd ever be brave enough to get back on the road after that, Jonah.
and it's funny because even before that, I had a severe anxiety about semis. Like I always felt like I don't know what it was, but I always had that feeling a semi is gonna like be the death of me. Like passing them on up the highway, I would just blast my radio and sing as loud as I could until I got far away from it. Like ever since I was young, I've had this terrible fear of semis.
See, the only person, boys, bye, get out. There's 3 floors in the basement. Y'all want to be where I am? Beat your feet. No, you can't go in a doggone basement. Go back upstairs and play the game. Deuces. The only person I trusted to drive me was my dad. He was a semi truck driver, and he would take me on trips with him every once in a great blue moon. But I had known, like, I don't know if you might not be old enough to remember. There was this like double, triple decker bridge over in California that fell years ago, like in the 90s, and he came across that thing as it was falling and made it across
Oh,
in a semi truck.
yeah.
He said he was weaving in and out of lanes and he was bobtail. He didn't have a trailer on, so like coming out of ice storms out of the Rocky Mountains. So when he was driving, I'd fall asleep. But anybody else, I can't do it.
See, and that's me. Like I would laugh when my dad drove. I always had fun being passenger in my dad's vehicle. Anybody else makes me nervous. Like my grandma, I could relax with her up until that point she fell asleep. Like after that,
Right.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not.
Dundada.
Nope. I'll stay awake. But my what I was saying about my kids is I kept like they deemed my vehicle totaled from the wreck from the semi.
Mm-hmm.
and I kept it, and that's the one I've been working on, like, slowly but surely, and it's almost there too. It starts the only thing I'm having trouble with is bleeding that darn clutch, like, it's it's
Are
stubborn, it
you
won't bleed, so
are you
I'm
doing
gonna.
it yourself, Jonah?
Yeah, me and my sister, that's why she called me. I think she wanted to come over and work on it today, but I already made plans to do it on Tuesday because that's the my free day during the week. I got Tuesday free, Monday through Saturday I've got a little busy.
See, that's what's up. My best friend, that I was telling you about, she is very handy like that. We went to Hocking Hills. It's in Ohio, and it's like cabins and caves and trails and stuff. And on the way home, her windshield wiper motor went out, and she changed that sucker herself. She's handy as she could be. She'll go watch a YouTube video, fix your washer. All could put in light. She took. I had this light in my kitchen when I moved back in here, and I had to pass the inspection. And the stupid, you couldn't get bulbs for it anymore. It was so old.
Oh,
And
wow.
she pops in one day, and she was like, "Oh, I went to Lowe's and bought you a light." And she come in and pulled the wiring down and capped off pieces and put them little pig ear caps on it and this, that, and the third. I'm like, girl, I'm glad you handy like that, cause yeah, I've been had the whole house burning down.
See, I think it helps that my mom only had girls, like, and my dad, like, I still am a super daddy's girl. Like, and my dad, everywhere he went and everything he done, I was always following him and trying to pick up and learn. So he had no problem teaching us. He's like, women need to know how to change their own tire because you don't want to get stuck on the side of the road. Strange man stop and help you and then try to kidnap you all because you don't know how to
Right.
change your tire.
I could do that. I could change a tire. I changed a distributor coil. My dad, because I would call him like freaking out, and he'd be like, "Take the screws out. Put the screws back in where you took them out." So little stuff I can do, but bleeding clutches and stuff, girl, nope. It'd just be a train wreck.
No, every time something happens on my vehicle, I go to my daddy. Daddy, you got time to do this? He's like, yeah, bring it on over, and then we'll do it together. So it's like I'm learning as I'm. So I just kind of picked it all up. But my sisters are the same way. So right now that my dad, he's older, he's sick, he can't really do what he used to be able to.
Right.
So
Did you get that done? Yeah. Is it running better? A little bit. It ain't as chug a bug as it was. Well, go on ahead and drop that off.
but my daughters, they want that truck. They said, "That's our first truck, Mom." I'm like, "No, you guys are getting the Jeep. You guys are getting the 2016 Jeep." They're like, "No, no, no. Ours is the truck." And I'm like, "No, no, no. You get the Jeep." They're like, "Mom, do you really think that I care what anybody says about what the truck looks like?" I'm like, "Yes, you're a teenager. Every teenager cares." They're like, "Mom, the truck has sentimental value to us, and that's ours. So when
Aw.
you get it running, it is ours." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess I got to teach y'all good how to drive a stick shift."
Yeah, see, my dad tried to teach me. My dad was very. So I'm 5 foot, about 145, 150, depending on what week of the month it is. And Daddy was 6'1", 300 pounds, and he scared the bejesus out of me. He was like a John Wayne type guy. And he was trying to teach me how to drive stick, and he's like, ho, ho, and he's yelling at me. I'm like, you know what? You park this son of a gun, and I got out and do it yourself. What, honey? What'd you
Thank you,
say?
Portia.
No, you didn't. Oh, I'm gonna kill you. Every time I get one of them fluffy balls, I'm gonna have to redo that one. For my keychain, he gets it all nasty when he's working on the car. Talking about my little ice cream cone. It's got one of them pink fluff balls for the ice cream.
Oh, okay.
That's the third one he's done wrecked.
Hey,
Uh,
Donna, was it
yeah.
you that you was saying you want to try bomb nails?
I got one. I got one. And that's what I think I'm using tonight. Where did it go? Here it is. I got my
I
first time.
remember someone in the chat saying that there was a few products that they didn't get to try, and I'm like, you know what? I can part with a few of mine. Um, I'll talk to you later about why, but
Well, how
yeah,
about we can swap out some products? I don't want you to just give me your stuff because this is the only
no,
thing I've ever got from there. What is it, Coquita? How you say
Wait,
that?
let me see.
Look on
I'll let you do your foil and then I'll look.
Coqueta.
Coqueta.
Yeah, it's pink. That's the only thing I've gotten from there.
See, I've never tried that one, but I got mostly nudes and stuff, but like most of my nudes, if you see my collection, most of my collection is Mia Secret. Like I know a lot of people talk crap about Mia Secret, but I really love it. Like this pink, look how gorgeous this pink is.
Girl, I love me a secret too. Portia does too. Like
So,
me a secret was like my starter. Everything.
I love this one. This one is baby pink. And it's buildable. Like you can make it darker with more shimmers or whatever. So if you want some bomb nails, if you want to try anything else, just let me know. Mostly I have covers. I only have two colors. I have dragon tails and something ice baby. But ice baby I'm not getting rid of just because my baby's, my son's name. That's his nickname, Icy Baby.
Right. Well, I got quite a bit of tickle pink. I got some secret no affair stuff we can swap out.
See, there's so many brands I haven't tried.
Have you tried either of those?
I don't think so. Well, don't make a liar out of me now because I did win Artsy Fartsy's giveaway and she gave me a few of different brands. Dipped and Pretty, I think, was one of them.
Secret no affair. I love those girls. It's an all women ran business, all Latina ran business. It's the mom and the daughter. The daughter is oh shoot, what's her name? Stunna. And the mom is Secret no affair on their social media. They're
Oh, okay.
so cool. Their acrylics are so good. Oh my gosh. I got addicted the first time I tried it. Like she mixes them. She started out the mom selling like stickers and things, and she built her way up to doing her own brand and stuff. And she mixes her own acrylic. She goes and gets the stuff and mixes it, and it's butter. Everything I've tried from them, I haven't had one that wasn't good.
I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Hold on. They're saying, who did she say? Erica, you naughty girl. Oh, hi, Tori. Cord. I got tongue
Grab
tied.
some.
Cordy, I'm sorry if we didn't say hello to you.
Let me grab some monoma. Hmm.
Um,
I've been enjoying this Phoenix nail co monomer quite a bit. I normally use young nails if I could get down here and get it. Ah, oh, like a truck hit it right now. I've got
yeah,
every
Portia,
box.
I agree with you on that. But I was at a stoplight. I think what happened in my car crash was that the semi truck seen the light turn red and didn't. I guess maybe I mean, I'm just guessing. I'm assuming. I feel like he made the assumption that girls don't drive stick shifts, and I was just going to take off when the light turned green. So he just plowed into me and didn't even bother slowing down.
He didn't think he was in a stick, huh?
Yeah. It broke my driver's seat. Like I still once I get it up and running, I still have to replace my driver's seat, um, my tail, like the back end, but nothing major. Like to me, I don't think it's nothing major. I feel like if it was like these newer models, gosh, that would have been like so much worse. So I'm thankful it was in my little truck.
I was telling you my BFF, she had relationship crazy last night, like I had to keep her from going to jail. And she has a 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander, and she backed into the wall today with her heart all screwed up. And it's $100 to replace the tail light.
I'm telling you, they're so much more expensive. And the older vehicles, like the 90s, and like that's why I'm not mad at my girls for wanting the older one. Like, I feel like they'll be safer. You know how many accidents I've been in that 97? I've been in three accidents. One, I'm not going to say it's my fault, but I guess technically it is because I ran into the back of a car and it like squished the trunk all the way into the back seat. But it's the lady, she brake checked me. So I slammed on the brakes and I tried to stop, but I couldn't, like I still hit her.
Yeah, I
But
hate
there
when
was
people
no
do that.
damage on mine. There was no damage on my truck. None at all. Not
Yeah,
a
see, that's what
scratch.
I liked about that Broham New Yorker. I'd be coming back from school or taking the kids to school or something and have some young person coming at me, and I'm like, okay, go on and hit this sucker and tear your mama and daddy's car up.
Yeah, because it's like I don't know what I think. Well, it's not that I don't know what it is. It's they were made out of better materials.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Dad blast it.
What
I
happened?
didn't I didn't put the top coat on the foil and the monomer is gonna eat it away.
Oh no, if you do it quick and lightly, it won't. I've done that before. It shouldn't anyways, unless it's like I guess it depends on the foil, but I've done that before.
I remember one time I was doing Hello Kitty and I had these designer Hello Kitty foils and I'm like rubbing the ombre down. I'm like, where'd my foil go? And then I'm like, oh man. I'm like the
Yeah, you
monomer
gotta like
ate it.
love tap it when that happens. Like don't press on it so don't drag it off, you know?
Mm-hmm. I got my daughter. She can't sit still long enough for me to do her nails. Like that child is she's about to turn 30 and she just runs and runs and runs and runs. She's all over the place and she drives me crazy doing her nails because I'll be right back and then she leaves for a half an hour and she comes back. I'm like, look, dude, you're consuming my whole day. So I got her a polygel kit. And I just showed her, I was with her and my son today when my car didn't start. They were together and they came and picked me up, take me to the dollar store just to get some like chicken nuggets and frozen pizza and stuff for the boys to munch on today. And
Yeah, some essentials.
yep, I showed her the nails I did yesterday, and I'm like, these are polygel. She was like, how do you do that? I said, well, if you'd sit still for 5 minutes and let me show you. Like she's watched videos on YouTube and stuff, but she's like, mine just doesn't do that, mom.
Yeah, she's missing some key points. She need to let it to sit down and let you teach her.
hmm I told her polygel, you can ombre polygel so easy, and that she loves doing ombres. She loves the way they look. I'm like, well, just come over and I'll show you, and go home and do it yourself, sis. I got her a little. It was only like $30, and it had like 4 or 5 colors in it, and a clear and a bonding primer and stuff. Because when I do her nails, she's an STNA and a medical assistant, and she's like, I
Oh.
can't get these off, and I'm like, you have to soak them off. And she was like, well, what do you put them on with? Concrete? I use Young Nails protein bond.
Oh yeah, that's what I use because that I found that that makes it like I used the Mia Secret prep and dehydrator for a really long time, but I think mine got when expired, so I tried the protein bond and I like it so much more. Not to trash talk the Mia Secret one. I still like it, but I do have a preference now.
Look at my little ditty. It was a jewelry box from the Dollar Tree, and I put a D on it, and I keep my clear powder in.
Oh, I look, I bought one of those. Same color too. I gave it to my daughter for Valentine's Day and told her it's
Oh,
for her jewelry. And
I
I
put my
bought one
clear
for
powder.
myself for like my clear acrylic.
That's what I have in mind. My clear.
Mhm.
Like I kept a couple of the candy dishes I got from my scoops because I got 4 of them. I put one in each giveaway box, and then I have 2 of them. I have like this flash and burn slick pour from Young Nails. I put it in there because every time you'd open the jar that it was in, the stuff would just like be in the air. You'd be eating it and going up your nose and stuff. So I
Not
put
up the
it.
nose. Come
Oh
on
my gosh.
now.
My son came downstairs and he was like, Mommy, it's floating everywhere. I'm like, yeah, I know. And I started sneezing. I'm sneezing out sparkles. I'm like, this got to go in a different jar. We got to transplant this stuff.
Not sneezing out sparkles. Come on.
I'm gonna have to show it to you. It's so sparkly. It's called Flash and Burn. It's like the most sparkly acrylic I've ever seen in my life. It's beautiful, but it's like very fine, and it just was every. It was all in the air.
Yeah.
Now,
I
I'm
do
trying to
like
do what
that.
you said here, Jonna, and love tap this clear over top of the foil so it don't disappear.
Yeah. Is it working for you?
So far,
I told you if you love tap it, it'll work out.
so far, so good. I've almost got it.
Girl,
Almost.
you know I don't like even numbers, so I'm sitting here trying to add another one, but I'm like, if I add it, it don't make it look right. It looks like a lot of clustered. I'll put it up here.
You don't like even numbers.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've always it's funny when you was telling me about your 3 thing because
Mhm.
that's how I am. My favorite number is 3. I have 3 kids.
I know that's when God's speaking. If I'm praying about something and I start seeing threes all over the place, I look down and I got 33 miles of gas. I look at the clock and it's 3:33. I know that that's him. Like, hey, I'm talking to you because it'll happen like back to back to back like that.
See, mine are ones and ones, threes, and sevens are the ones that I see the most. And I'm like, it's not that I'm looking for it, but I feel like those are special numbers to me. So I feel like I don't really care for even numbers unless I'm eating Skittles or like some of those candies, those small candies. I have to have them in twos. I don't.
Now, I don't think you can see how sparkly it is in this jar. I'm going to put a little swatch on this thing. It is so sparkly. And you could use it as like a dip or acrylic. Like it's very fine, like snow when you go outside. I don't know if you can see it. See, yeah, you can. See how sparkly that is? Well, she's gone. Where'd you go, Jonna? Well, can you all see how sparkly that is? See, Latina God is with us. Amen. Yes, Lord, hang out with us. We want you here. It's real fine. It's like snow, and that stuff just got the flying around. I'm sneezing. I sneezed in my hand. And I had a handful of sparkles. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I had to put it in here because when I opened the slick pour jar that it came in, it was going every which way. Like, I really don't know what I'm doing with this set, y'all. You talk about a freestyle. I ain't got a freaking clue. We got to put nail foil back on this one. I know that much. And I think I'm going to do some glitter over the full pink on the middle restart. Okay, guys, we're going to jump out and restart real quick. Here I come, Jonna.